students.
97%?
97%. And even better news, our international graduate students are actually being placed at a 99% rate. So,
Wow.
very impressive, right?
Wow.
I understand the temptation, but please refrain from using AI. Like, ChatGPT is not your friend in this case.
Yes, it's a big buzzword that Microsoft is there, Starbucks is there,
Absolutely.
Amazon is there, and lots of job opportunities are there. It's really exists. US is all about networking. If you want to get a good job and very quick, I think networking is the only solution that you can do it.
Everything from the day-to-day, from looking at students' reporting, finances, academics, making sure students are arriving to campus. We're answering family questions, student questions, working with our important partners, making sure that Seattle University content and information is widely available to all of our
Wow.
students and agents. There's definitely a lot of behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Seattle University means safety, opportunity, and comfort of having a strong community, all within reach.
Namaskar, hello, how are you? Welcome to my podcast, Abroad Gnan Guru. Why we are doing this podcasting? Because we want to educate more students. We want to educate parents. We want to educate each and everyone who are dreaming for study in different countries. Today we have amazing guest on our podcast, Amy Cruz. She is the managing director for Seattle University. Now, Seattle University, everyone know Silicon Valley, but this is the actual Silicon Valley in Seattle. Now, the which companies are there? First of all, headquarters Microsoft, Amazon, Starbucks. Lots and lots of companies are there in Seattle, and Seattle, that means Washington, Seattle, and Washington means Washington, not the Washington DC. So there is a lots of confusion is going on in the students and parents about the Washington and Washington Seattle, and this is the amazing university. I've been to their campus, located very close to downtown, and when you roam around the city, you will feel like you are talking to the MNC people. Like one person is from Microsoft, having the badge of Microsoft. One person even having the badge of Starbucks. I think it's a very very diverse city, also very safe city, and flooded with the international community. Seattle University is a really, really affordable university for all the students who are planning to study in US. Also, the good visa success ratio. And in today's podcast, we have covered everything. If you are female planning to study in US and your parents is concerned about the safety, we have covered that aspect. What are the language requirement? What is the step-by-step application process? What are the scholarship? What will be the return on investment on this degree? We have covered each and every aspect, and also all the question as a single, any individual have it. So please watch this podcast till the end, and please subscribe our channel, because subscription, if you subscribe our channel, it will give you more motivations. Thank you so much, and I think welcome Amy Cruz on our podcast.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for amazing time, and thank you for everything.
Appreciate it. I'm happy to be here.
Yes, thank you. Hey Amy, first of all, just give me a little bit about your introductions, like what you do at the Seattle University, what's your designation.
Yeah, sure. Thank you for having me. My name is Amy Cruz, and I am the managing director at Seattle University.
Oh, okay. Like what the managing director do, like what your role, what you have to do into day-to-day life, and how you can help students.
That's a great question. The managing director definitely takes on multiple roles and wears many hats. Everything from the day-to-day, from looking at students' reporting, finances, academics, making sure students are arriving to campus. We're answering family questions, student questions, working with our important partners, making sure that Seattle University content and information is widely available to all of our
Wow.
students and agents. There's definitely a lot of behind the scenes
Yeah.
that's happening.
Lots of work to do, right?
Lots of work to do.
Yeah, as you already mentioned about the parents, right? Like you have to talk to parents, or maybe you have to consult the parents. Like if in India, parents always have a concern about the safety and security. What measure you are taking at Seattle University to ensure the parents that your kids are safe on campus?
I love this question because it's very important to know that Seattle University takes safety incredibly important, offering 24/7, so 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, security measures where students can be walked to campus, all around campus, as well as the surrounding blocks. So if your students are living off campus, they will still have the opportunity to be escorted safely. There's also emergency services that are available 24/7 as well. So safety is top priority.
Okay, and I know that the Seattle University is situated in heart or maybe in downtown of Seattle, right?
We are 4 kilometers away from the heart of the city.
The city, yeah, that's true. And like, how about like parents always concerned and student always have a question about the accommodation? Like, what kind of accommodation students can take when they are getting admitted into Seattle University? Whether they can choose off campus or on campus, and what will be the approximate cost?
That's a great question. So, for undergraduate students, year 1 and year 2 is required for on campus housing, which is available in these cozy dormitories, renovations. They're very new and light, allowing for students to also gain that cultural experience with roommates. And then our year 3 and year 4 undergraduate students can choose to live off campus. And our graduate students can also choose to live off campus.
Off campus.
It is not mandatory.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you mentioned about like for undergraduate student, it is a mandatory to stay in dorm for first year and second year, right?
Correct. For year 1 and year 2, dorms are required.
Okay. For any international students?
For international students as well. It's a requirement for all first year and second year, domestic and international.
Okay, the students, if you are applying to Seattle University, you need to make sure that in the first 2 years you need to stay in dorm, and there is very crystal information coming from the advisor and the director of recruitment at the Seattle University. And if you want to know about more about Seattle University, comment Seattle into chat box, and we will provide you entire detail. Now, the first question: why should Indian student and parents choose Seattle University for undergrad as well as for the master?
Oh, it's a great question because Seattle University offers tremendous amount of opportunities, from their high success rates of placing students at a 97% placement within 6 months. So students can start their careers. They can also pursue their graduate programs.
97%?
97%. And even better news, our international graduate students are actually being placed at a 99% rate. So,
Wow.
very impressive, right?
Wow, that's amazing news for all the students. Like if you select Seattle University, there will be 97% chance that you will get the placement within the 6 months. I think this is amazing information. And if you like to apply to Seattle University, comment Seattle into chat box and we will provide you entire detail. Now, if you say about 99% or 97% placement, like can you tell me which field are the students are getting jobs?
Absolutely, and this applies to all of our fields. So we have a tremendous business programs. We have incredible top 30 business programs, as well as our engineering programs and our computer science. So the College of Science and Engineering, where students are also receiving these placements in large, well-known corporations. You might have heard of Amazon, Deloitte, Starbucks,
Yes.
and of course Microsoft.
Microsoft, yes.
The home of Seattle.
Yeah, home is Seattle. Yeah, that's true. I think that's a fantastic information. Can you tell me a little bit more about the STEM course which your university is offering for grade students?
Yes, so for graduate students, they can apply to the College of Engineering, Science and Engineering for a general computer science program, as well as 2 specialties, one in data science and another in software engineering. We also have a full MS in data science. The great news is that all of these programs are STEM designated, so
Wow.
allowing them that opportunity to receive extended OPT.
Yes, that's true. And can you give me a top 3 program at Seattle University for grad students?
Ooh, that's a hard question.
Yes.
Only because there's so many
Yeah.
great programs. I would say definitely the business analytics, as well as the computer science and data science. Those are incredible programs.
Oh, wow, that's a fantastic information. Now, in India, currently we have seen that the student completing their 12th PCB. That means they are recently giving the exam of board examination. They are just completing their 12th physics, chemistry, and biology. And if they want to come to US and want to study medicine, what are the courses you guys are offering?
So for our undergraduate students,
Yeah.
they can pursue a full 4-year degree in nursing. It's a full BSN, so that
Okay.
would be an option for those students. And then for our students who are more interested in science of movement, we do have a graduate program in kinesiology with a clinical track,
Yes.
which allows for it to be STEM designated
STEM
as well.
designator, right? Now you just mentioned about the nursing. Like in India, nursing is a very popular field, but in India, if the student has completed 12th PCB without maths, do you accept them, or do they have to does student need extra credit in maths to get admitted into Seattle University?
For the undergraduate level, it is helpful if they have some math already
Okay.
available.
Okay.
We definitely would want to make sure that the student is, fully rounded and prepared for their courses.
Okay.
However, at the bachelor's level, we are looking for students to have, a specific GPA and, of course, learn those classes when they get there.
Okay.
For our graduate program, for the clinical track of kinesiology, those students would have to have some math.
Maths, yeah.
And definitely all of those program requirements are available online, so we can direct our students.
Wow, that's a great advice. I think the students who are who recently completed their 12th in India, and if you like to study in nursing, Seattle is the best option. But if you don't have a maths, then you can have extra credit, or maybe you can go in the different program and maybe change the major later on, right?
Absolutely. There's always a chance that they could be admitted into maybe a chemistry or biology,
Okay.
and then once they've completed prerequisites, make that shift after.
Right. And also the biggest question all the students has in their mind about, do you help them to prepare for the license examination?
Yes. So the important thing for the BSN in nursing is that their 4 years of coursework will ultimately lead for them to be prepared for the NCLEX exam.
NCLEX examination.
Exactly. So we want to
Wow.
make sure they can pass that exam on their first try.
That means we can say that your course curriculum is designed according to the license exam.
Exactly. All the information you'll need to successfully be prepared and ultimately pass your exam.
Right. And all student, whenever they are applying for the university, first question it's coming in their mind, what language requirement. Now, I would like to ask you two questions, and two different questions.
Sure.
What will be the undergraduate English requirement at Seattle University?
Sure. For our direct entry point, we do require an IELTS 6.5 or the equivalent.
For undergrad?
For undergraduate.
Okay.
And then, but we also have an entry point of a 6.0.
Okay.
Which would allow for students to enter through English Language and Cultural Bridge. But the important piece about that is that students are still fully admitted to their major, and this is no pathway, no ESL. It's
Okay.
full admission to their major.
Okay, if any student has 6.0 in IELTS, they will directly get admission into their desired program. There is no pathway, no ESL, right?
Correct.
Okay, and do they have to take extra course in English?
They may have to take 1 to 2 quarters of supplemental English courses.
Okay.
There's a placement exam, and most students are only enrolling in 1 quarter.
Okay, that's great information. Do you accept the TOEFL?
We do accept the TOEFL with a score of 86.
86, right. How about PTE?
On PTE, we do accept the PTE with a score of 58.
58. And Duolingo?
Duolingo direct entry with 120.
Okay, the students and parents, Seattle University accepting all English language requirement tests starting from IELTS, Duolingo, TOEFL, and PTE. And if you want to know about English language requirement of Seattle University, comment Seattle into chat box, and we will provide you entire list of English language tests they are accepting with the score, minimum score. Now, the second question, because India is all about great program. Lots of students are going to US to pursue their master degree, right?
Absolutely.
And what will be the English language requirement at your university for master's program?
Actually, they follow the same guidelines and requirements as undergraduate. So we're admitting students with a 6.5 IELTS, TOEFL 86, PTE 58, and a Duolingo 120. And of course, we also have the option of an English language and cultural bridge of a IELTS 6.0.
6.0. Oh, okay. Wow, that's amazing information. Now, whenever student is applying to different university, they have a lots of question.
Yes.
Like, what will be the application process? What are the documents required? What is the guideline of statement of purpose? What is letter of recommendations? They will go online, they will check the requirements, and they will come to us, like they will, like as an agent we have to give them an answer about the different documents. Like there is a little gap. Online it's showing different, and maybe we are advising them different. Like on this platform, can you give a clear instruction what documents Seattle University looking for admission purpose?
Absolutely. So in order to secure your admission to Seattle University, you want to ensure that you are giving and providing your full official transcripts, including graduation date for our students who are pursuing an undergraduate degree. That can include also the 3-year diploma for undergraduate. So I want to make sure that we highlight that.
Yes.
And then also for our students who are pursuing their graduate, we will accept a 4-year degree as well as a 3-year degree. For students who are applying with a 3-year degree, please make sure you also include your GRE or GMAT, no minimum score.
No minimum score.
You just have to show that you've taken it.
Okay.
And of course, as you mentioned, the personal statement, which basically informs the university and the academic committee that you are a serious student who wants to study at Seattle University and can showcase how studying at Seattle University will help you achieve your career goals. Some programs will require up to 2 letters of recommendation, which can be provided by your professors, faculty members, or for students who have work experience, their supervisors. That works perfectly as well. And lastly is a resume. So being able to showcase what experience you have had. No experience is too small. So we say if whatever you have done either while you're enrolled in classes or outside of classes, anything that shows your responsibility, include it on your resume. So that way we can get a full picture of your candidacy.
Wow. And if you want the list of the documents, comment documents into chat box and we will provide you entire PDF which we have created and which document you want to apply to Seattle University. Now you have given a really good answer in the very informative way. Now top 3 mistakes students are making while they are creating the statement of purpose, because in your life maybe you have seen lots and lots of statement of purpose, right?
Oh, we can go on for days.
Yeah. Yeah. So what are the top 3 mistakes students are doing while they are drafting the statement of purpose?
I understand the temptation, but please refrain from using AI. Like ChatGPT is not your friend in this case.
Yes.
The university wants to ensure that you are being authentic in your writing, that these are your words, your ambitions, your goals. And universities are using technology to detect AI written scripts. So for this reason, super important. Please avoid the AI. We want to hear directly from you. Typically, statements are only 300 to 500 words. So in your own words.
Oh wow, I think that's a great piece of advice. Like, can you mention any like apart from AI, what other mistakes students are doing? Like maybe they are writing some other university name in statement of purpose.
I've definitely seen that as well. Please double check. Have someone else read your writing before you submit it. It is the most useful thing. So if you're working with your counselor, please have them read it, proof it, check for grammar as well. And of course, yes, please make sure you're putting your correct major that exists at the university as well, and the correct university name. And lastly, addressing the question. I've seen some beautifully written statements, but they don't answer the actual question.
Okay.
So just being very specific about your career goals and read the prompt, 2-3 times, make sure you answer the question.
Okay, right. I think that's a great piece of advice, like how you can craft the amazing statement of purpose. And if you want to know more about statement of purpose, comment SOP into chat box and we will provide you entire guideline how you can make a unique statement of purpose for your application process. Now, our podcast and our content is watched by the parents also. Now, what advice you can give to the parents if like how they can empower their kids to study abroad rather than disappointing them?
So for parents, when it's your student's first time leaving their home country, they may be a little nervous, they might be apprehensive, they might get homesick, which is completely normal. Just helping your student understand that it will take a week, it'll take 2 weeks, but to be very vocal and communicative with the campus team, that's a great way to be able to create that connection, to take a chance to, take a leap of faith and be able to get involved in the campus. I think that's the biggest takeaway for parents, to be able to push their students and gently remind them that things are different for a reason. That's why they're going to experience a new culture, to learn about all the great things that are available in the United States, all the opportunities. So just constantly reminding them that it will be okay. It's okay to make friends and to make some errors here and there, but to still take their academics very seriously.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, now why Seattle? Like, as is a big buzzword that Microsoft is there, Starbucks is there,
Absolutely.
Amazon is there, and lots of job opportunities are there. It's really exist because we already read those news online that they are laying off a couple of people and they are doing X and there is a recession is going in USA. Can you give me a actual and real clarity about the current job market in USA, because viewers is also confused. Parents are also not. Parents are unable to take decision whether they can send their kids to US or not, and everyone is under the Trump 2.0 effect. I think as you are in you are coming from US, you've been there for a long time. Maybe you have seen lots of changes in the economy and the education industries. What's your take on that?
Yeah, it's an excellent question. And exactly, I've lived, born and raised in the United States. I've seen a lot of things.
Yeah.
There's always been a shift, and there will consistently be growth in the United States. That is the one thing I've learned to always count on, is that experience and change and development is always going to be there. So we know the media is going to say a lot of things, run a lot of rumors, and try to heighten fears. But I want to say personally, like, we're going to calm that temperature down, because truly there's still job market growth in the United States. For example, data science is still projected to grow 36%.
Wow.
And those statistics are coming from the U.S. Department of Labor Statistics.
Yes.
And it's not just us making it up.
Yes, that's true. That's true. And
These
if
are
you want,
facts.
we will share the screenshot as well. And she's absolutely right. Yeah.
So just, it comes with being a part of a global city. Seattle, you asked why Seattle earlier, and Seattle University is it's part of a global city, a global network with over 90,000 alumni, not just in the greater Seattle area, but across the world. It is a major hub, as you mentioned, Amazon, Microsoft, Boeing, Deloitte.
Yes.
Such a great success rate in job placement. 4 kilometers from downtown, where you can look around and you will see these names. Very visually.
Very visually. Yes.
Which makes it a great hub.
Yeah, and also there is a one good thing about Seattle. When you walk into the different restaurant, or if you go anywhere, one person is talking about Microsoft, one person is talking about Amazon, one is talking about Starbucks, then you will feel like you were really in
You're there.
MNC, CTU, something like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
You can
yeah.
see the Space Needle, go see the first Starbucks, and
yes.
still go to class
Yes,
on the
yes,
same day.
That's true. Now, when students is arriving on campus after getting visa, what are the top 3 mistakes they are making while they are studying in USA?
Oh, that's a great question. Learning how to balance between academics and student life and work life, that is a big, important learning lesson for international students. Because you want to take your academics seriously, right? That's why you're there for your visa.
Yes.
But you also want to take advantage of the 250 student organizations that are available, including International Student Organization, Women in STEM. There's so many opportunities to connect and build that network just while you're studying before you graduate. But then also remembering that there's mentorship available through the university and off campus. I think that's another thing to remember, is that, again, Seattle Global Hub, having plenty of organizations that are also Indian-based.
Yes.
And wanting to continue to present that network and that camaraderie and promotion of Indian culture in the city.
Okay, wow, that's amazing. Let's talk about the scholarship, because it's a very hot topic.
Absolutely.
And whenever we put something related to the scholarship on our Instagram, it will go viral, like 1 million or 2 million people are looking at those kind of content. So I think it's a great opportunity if you can say about scholarship, like Seattle University, how much scholarship you guys are providing for undergrad, and then I will ask you about the grade as well.
Well, the good news is that for undergrad and graduate, we are offering about 20% of tuition.
20% of the tuition.
Correct.
What will be the rough, or like, can you give a tentative numbers?
In terms for undergraduate, it can be on average anywhere around 13,000, but again, it's an average.
Wow.
And then for our graduate level programs, we are offering 3,000.
3,000.
And the great thing is that at both undergraduate and graduate, it's renewable scholarships.
Oh, is it renewable?
It's renewable as long as the student continues to do well.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yes, you have to do well. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay. Now, recently I attended your session today morning, and it's a fantastic session though.
Oh, thank you for coming.
The confusion, and then after we had a discussion with the students, and I did some research as well. I think you are providing 45 credits, right?
Correct. 45 credits equals an academic year typically.
Yes, 45 credits. Okay. Now, lots of universities providing 30 credits or 33 credits, and I think it's the same.
It is the same.
It's the same. So I want you to just give us an idea how it is same, and because when student is coming to us, they will ask that it's a 45 credit. If I can multiply one credit equal to XYZ, it will show this amount, and the total it will take 2 years or 2.5 years. And they got confused, and parents is also getting confused. I think this is the best way you can answer in front of our viewers, like how your 45 credits is 33 credits or 30 credits.
That's a great question. And it has to do with the systems. And so typically a US school is on a semester system, which lasts about 15 weeks.
Yes.
Seattle University is actually on a quarter system. And what that means is that each quarter is about 11 weeks long, or 3 months, which means every 3 months your student is changing their set of courses and advancing in their degree. So 3 academic quarters equals 1 academic year for Seattle University. So what that means is because our classes are moving at a quicker pace, the credit amount is actually higher.
Okay.
So at a semester school, 1 year is 30 semester credits. At a quarter school, 45 credits equals 1 year.
Oh, okay. Wow. That's a great advice. And if you want to apply to Seattle University, comment Seattle into chat box and we will get back to you, because 45 credits is not that you have to complete in 2 years or 2.5 years.
Exactly.
It's the same like 33 credits. So don't get confused. For like why you need to follow? Why you need to follow us? Because we are providing the authenticate content. We are providing the crystal clear guidance about the abroad education, because this kind of information is no one is sharing. Now, there is in Indian market, everyone is saying that guaranteed scholarship is a myth, or you are providing the guaranteed scholarship.
So for our students, we look at each candidate and to verify their applicability for a scholarship.
Yes.
Of course, we want to ensure that students are able to get to campus, but it all depends on that candidacy and how early they apply, because there's a certain amount available, but of course, the earlier that they apply, the more advantages they have in receiving.
Okay. And like it's because we have seen that if a couple of students is going to visit the agent in different market, and they will give you a surety that okay, if you can apply with us, I will assure you a $4,000 scholarship from Seattle University. It's the correct information?
I would say it would be a case-by-case situation. We don't want to say necessarily guarantee.
Yes.
Every candidate is different and will present their own profile, which can lead to the amount that they ultimately are awarded.
Yeah. I think that's a great piece of advice, because we also want to produce the ethical content into the market, and we want to educate parents and students about the scholarship as well.
Yeah, it's an important question.
Yes. And okay, now application fees. Every parents and students, when they plan for their journey, especially for India and from Gujarat, we always count a penny on penny. Like, what will be the application fee?
I'm happy to share 0 application fee when you apply with DVVid.
Oh wow, that's a great. Okay, so if you want free applications, or if you like to apply to Seattle University, comment DVVid into chat box and we will provide you entire detail. Now, what happened? Like what we have seen when student is applying through different agent, right? And after submitting applications, documents, scores, students are not getting answer from the university or maybe from the agent. Now, if any student applied to Seattle University got stuck somewhere and their agent is not answering, or maybe a student is not getting proper answer from online portal or maybe from the agency, how they can reach out to you?
Absolutely. So we do have an in-region team, which will definitely reach out to you. Our team is working round the clock to make sure all of our students have the answers they need to continue making the right decisions for them. And so by all means, they will make sure to get a hold of me if I need to get a hold of the students so we can keep them moving.
Yeah. So if you want the email ID, then comment Seattle into chat box and we will provide you the correct email ID where you can reach out to department. Then you can solve your problem, whether you have applied for anywhere, okay? Because we want to help more students.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, can you, like, do you provide the law courses at your university?
So we do, but that is not part of the collaboration.
It's not. No, that's fine. That's okay. No, that's okay.
I was like, sorry.
No, that's fine. No, that's fine. But it's for everyone. It's not about the collaboration.
So
we do very holistically. We have to educate more students.
Absolutely.
Because law in India, lots of students are doing a LLB and LLM in India, and they just get confused. Like they feel that there is no opportunity at US. What course your universities are offering?
So we do have a College of Law. But I'll be very honest, I'm not as versed with the College of Law.
Oh, okay, that's fine. No problem. No, that's completely all
for
right.
that to get cut.
Yeah, okay. Now, I would like to ask you a question about the kinesiology.
Oh,
Okay.
kinesiology,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Now, if you have completed your 12th PCB in India and if you want to become a physiotherapy doctor, this is the step-by-step process you need to follow to become physiotherapy doctor in USA. Can you tell me which course student can take to become a physiotherapist in US?
We do offer a kinesiology degree, which would allow for students to be taking classes that are really related to movement science, so as well as your basic science classes. So they'll be taking classes within biology, chemistry,
Yes.
physiology, and such,
Yes.
anatomy, of course,
Yes.
to be able to ultimately become professionals. in this.
Professional, yeah. And it's a STEM course?
It is a STEM.
Is a STEM
designation.
designated
Yes, it
course,
is.
yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's an amazing opportunity for all the students. If you have completed 12th PCB in India and if you like to become a physiotherapy doctor in USA, Seattle University is providing the STEM course, which is like Bachelor of Kinesiology, and it's also aligned with the license exam. If you like to apply to Seattle University for this for kinesiology program, comment Seattle into chat box and we will provide you entire detail. Now, second question I have, in India, each and every year maybe 2 lakh 3 lakh students are graduating from Bachelor of Physiotherapy, and it's a very very booming market in India, and lots of students in India are not getting proper job, and lots of students are planning to move abroad. And like, what are the top course you are offering for those kind of students?
So for students who are pursuing
Already completed the Bachelor of Physiotherapy in India.
So we do offer an MS in kinesiology with that clinical track, and that is a STEM designated program. So students could definitely advance in their career by pursuing the kinesiology program.
Okay, and can you explain like what is STEM? Because we want to clarify, like STEM is that means you will get the extended work permit, right?
Correct.
But if you can guide the viewers, it will give a more impact. What is STEM?
So STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And so any program that is STEM designated highlights these specific topics thoroughly, so allowing for students to really become professionals in that way. The great thing about STEM designated programs is that it allows for the extended OPT, or optional practical training. So typical optional practical training lasts about a year, but anything that is STEM designated allows for the extension of up to 3 years. So adding to more work experience, more paid internships, more entry-level positions for our students.
Wow, that's it. And if you want to know more about STEM, comment STEM into chat box and we will provide you entire detail. Diwali, Holi, any Indian culture or clubs to make students feel at home?
Oh, absolutely. There's a strong Indian community in Seattle, which we're very proud of. Students can access the International Student Association on campus, which promotes over 80 countries on campus, specifically also with the Indian culture. There's also the Mosaic Center, which is all about inclusivity and acceptance and opening doors for all kinds of students from everywhere in the world. And the Seattle community also has tons of local nonprofits that are backed by Indian professionals.
Wow.
That are, incredible. They offer mentorship. They, of course, celebrate Holi and Diwali and bring music into the city.
Wow.
There was a fantastic India Day celebrated with a parade, dancers, music, government officials, and the Consulate General of India. Their office is actually only 10 minutes away from campus.
Oh, wow.
And of course, they were present on India Day.
Right.
So there's just a really strong community that your students can find a piece of home.
Yeah, students feel like it's a home, or they don't feel homesick or something, right?
Absolutely. They can reach out to the expansive network of international students, especially through the Mosaic Center, and be able to get that guidance, that peer mentorship, that peer connection, and make sure that they are finding the best Indian food in Seattle.
Yes, in Seattle, yeah. That is, Seattle, you will get amazing Indian food for sure, because they have lots of good restaurant. You can roam around and you will see, even you can see a vegetarian restaurant as well, because I've been to the vegetarian restaurant.
Ah, perfect.
And it's a fantastic food they are offering. Now, moving forward, the questions like for undergraduate program is always a concern about SAT and ACT examinations. Do student need to give SAT exam? Does student need to give SAT and ACT examinations for admission at your university?
The answer is a resounding no. No SAT, no ACT for undergraduate students. Not necessary.
Not necessary, right? Then how it is going to impact on the scholarship, because we heard from parents that if my kids is giving SAT examination, he will get the scholarship. And is a real myth, or is what is the truth behind it?
That is a myth, especially for Seattle University. It is completely not required for students to apply with an SAT or ACT, and they can still be eligible for a scholarship. Merit is determined in other ways, so through their transcripts, through the SOP for graduate students. We definitely look at a student holistically, and so being able to say no required SAT, ACT.
Yes. And this is for the impatient students who always come to us telling that how much time it will take to release the admission decision. I have official representative over here, and I'm going to ask her how much time you will take to release the offer letter.
Absolutely. So through our incredible collaboration together, students at the undergraduate level can receive their offer or their decision within 7 to 10 business days. And even better news for our graduate students is that our subjective review is not like any other university subjective review, where because we have set in place the exact requirements, prerequisites that your counselor at DVivid will be able to share with you, our admission process and decisions can be released within 5 to 10 working days.
Oh wow, that's a great information. And all the students who are applying for Seattle University, have some patience. It will take 10 to 15 days to release the offer letter after you submit all the documents.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, once we have all those documents, typically 5 to 10 business days, you can receive a decision.
Okay, now there is another question. When you release the scholarship, with the same offer letter, or we have to apply on the different portal, or we have to ask for the scholarship?
That's a great question. And students would be in communications with their educational counselor regarding any desire to pursue a scholarship, and they can do so after submitting their application.
Okay, means the student will get the offer letter, and then like whether it is admitted, like if the student got admission from Seattle University, they can come again to you and ask for the scholarship, right?
Correct. As they can ask for it up until they receive an I-20.
I-20. Okay, yeah. Okay. I think the students, you need to make sure that when you get the admission, you need to make sure you have asked about the scholarship, because it's a very different process, because sometimes students get confused that after getting in the same offer letter, they will get the scholarship. Right? So I think very crystal clear information. And if you want to apply to Seattle University, comment Seattle into chat box and we will provide you entire details. Now, everyone ask about return on investment, like how much money students and parents need to invest for grad program at your university.
So for Seattle University, our tuition fees for undergraduate range about $55,000, but of course scholarships are available, so helping bring that cost down. Students can also work on campus, accessing all kinds of work up to 20 hours a week. That includes assistantships, again helping bring that cost down. And for our graduate programs, our tuition fees about $18,000, again with scholarships available.
Yeah. I think it's a very affordable university for the students who are like to pursue their master degree, like computer science, data science, business analytics, kinesiology. It's a very affordable university, and it's in the proper Seattle. That means I think 97% students are getting jobs after graduating from the Seattle University. I think this is a fantastic opportunity. And yes, you still have a time to apply for fall intake. Deadline is coming and deadline is there, but you have to take a quick actions. And if you like to apply, comment Seattle into chat box and we will give you entire details in your DM. Okay, now how you help students for internship and CPT. Before you answer this question, what is CPT?
CPT stands for the course practical training. So basically a student has to be enrolled in a course, an internship course essentially, as part of the approval process.
Okay, and how you ensure that your student will get the CPT or internship, and how you are going to help them?
Absolutely. So students can participate in career fairs. They can always speak to their counselor in the career office as well. That's super important. Your career services advisor should be one of your best friends the moment you step on campus. So that way you're able to secure and know what job availabilities are. We also have an online platform called Career Shift, which notates not only opportunities in the greater Seattle area, but all across the United States. So offering more opportunities for students to gain that CPT or OPT opportunity, as well as the mentorship. The mentorship at Seattle University is unparalleled. We're students are actually being mentored by industry professionals. We're talking Salesforce, Deloitte, Boeing, Airbnb, of course, Amazon and Microsoft.
Yes,
We
yes,
can't let them
yes.
be forgotten.
Yeah.
So students can again prepare themselves, brush up their resumes, their interview skills, and be ultimately the winning candidate for these paid internships, the job
Okay.
opportunities.
Wow. I think students, your doubt is going to clear for sure after listening this content, because how Seattle is helping students to get the internship. There is lots of job fairs and mentorship is there. I think you need to go and ask for the help. And
Yeah.
what do you say? Like, what do you say about how is your experience with the international students, specifically from India? Like, are they shy, or like any experience you would like to share? Like how they are reacting on campus, and anything you are missing in them that you can upfrontly tell in front of our viewers that these are the things you need to do to make your life much better, improve your vocabulary, or maybe something.
Yeah, that's a great question because in the United States, the expectation really is to be able to speak up and speak out, to be able to promote yourself. So know your own 30-second elevator pitch and be able to fluently discuss your skill set, your academic abilities, and to have that trust and that faith in yourself that you can do it. Your instructors want to support you. We have very small class sizes, a student faculty ratio of 11 to 1. So you're able to have a really in-depth conversation with your instructors, even if it's after class, that's totally fine. But being able to make those connections, that's definitely a way to achieve the goals you're looking for.
I think most of the time, international students in who are studying in USA are not proactive. Also, they are not making connections and networks. Now, one student asked me, "Sir, how I can make the network?" Okay, I said, okay, these are the way you can do a networking. But today I would like to ask you, as a born and brought up in US, what do you mean by network, and how any international student can do a networking in US, specifically in the university, as an international student?
Yeah, so I know networking sounds like a scary word, and I
Yes.
promise you it's not. It's all about just talking, having a conversation, inviting someone to tea or to coffee, to go to an event together. And for international students, your first stop should be the International Student Association and the Mosaic Center, where again you're meeting other international students, both from India and across the world, who are in the same space as you. They're going for the same reasons, and they might have the same fears. And so together you can grow and overcome those challenges and be able to be more comfortable and communicating and being proactive.
Wow, wow. I think that's a great piece of advice I got about the networking. I think students and parents, US is all about networking. If you want to get a good job and very quick, I think networking is the only solution that you can do it, because we have seen lots of Indian students are very shy on campus. They don't want to talk with a different gender and maybe a different ethnicity people, right?
Yeah.
And that's always give them a step back for the growth.
Exactly. I think especially maybe in your first 2 weeks, it might feel a little uncomfortable, to speak to someone who is either from a different city, a different country.
Yes.
But the more practice you go about doing that, and then rely on your faculty members. Your faculty members are super friendly. They want to get to know you. So if in doubt, talk to your faculty members who will introduce you maybe to other students. Again, the Mosaic Center will help introduce you to events that are both academic based, cultural based, for fun, help you get into the city, maybe do some volunteer work. It'll be great.
Wow. Okay. Great. I think great advice. At the end of this podcast, the questions all students have in their mind right now. Everyone is concerned about the visa.
Ah, yes, the visa question.
Yes, the visa questions, and it's a big buzzword in India right now, because we have seen very uh, difficult time in spring. Now parents and students always coming to us like, how will be the visa success this time? What positive message you will like to give it to our parents and students, like what the Any positive message you would like to give it to our parents and students, like just wait for some time?
Yeah, absolutely. We understand the visa is incredibly important, so we're happy to share that Seattle University has a high success rate for visa approvals, and that visa approvals are on the rise. So the earlier your student applies and can secure their admission letter, secure their I-20, and then ultimately get their interview and work with our incredible team who will prepare them for their interviews, the chances of them having that positive approval is incredibly high. So definitely, meet the priority deadlines and apply early. Don't wait. Take advantage of the support that Seattle University can offer and able to get your student to the United States.
Yes. Now, parents and students, I think you got your answer, and now you are curious. You like to still want to apply, and you feel like I am not missing out. Still, you have a chance to apply to Seattle University. Comment Seattle into chat box, and we will provide you entire detail. Also, deadline is already there. Scholarship is also available, and it's a very affordable university. What are the top 3 mistakes students are doing or making while they are preparing for the US student visa interview?
That's another good question. So oftentimes students may not be familiar with their curriculum, and that's a huge mistake because you should be very fluent in being able to talk about why you're studying the major you've chosen and what type of courses you will be taking, maybe even knowing some of your faculty members, the typical length of your program, and again, what is expected of you. And also where where your university is located. Oftentimes some students may not be even familiar where Seattle is, or just knowing where it is on the map. So having some general information about Seattle and why you chose even that city is a huge advantage for students.
And it's a Washington, Seattle. It's not a Washington, D.C.
Correct. We're on the West Coast, on the Pacific Northwest, so definitely different.
Definitely, very different. Yeah. Okay. And what are the top 3 mistakes students are doing while they are going for the interview? Like what mistake they are making? Any suggestions or any feedback you can give to our students?
Yeah. So again, knowing your curriculum, we're hearing feedback that the counselors are getting really in depth about why you are studying what you want to study or what is on your admission letter. So know your program, know your major, know the coursework, and be able to clearly explain why you are pursuing that major and specifically at Seattle.
Okay, and always there is a first question the visa officer asking most of the time, why US? Then what will be the good answer? We are not claiming that this is the best answer, but according to you, what will be the good answer?
Opportunity, right? We know that we use this word a lot, opportunity, but clearly Seattle University is all about opportunity. 97% placement after graduation for undergraduate student, 99% placement for graduate international students. We say proximity to Microsoft, Amazon is because it's true. It's right there downtown in the heart of Seattle. So being able to clearly express that and what that opportunity means for you in the long term is a key to your success.
Okay, I think that's a great piece of advice and great answer for why USA. Now, another question I would like to ask you, like, why Seattle University?
So very similar. So
Yes.
again, opportunity. We can't stress it enough. Seattle University is centrally located in what we call Silicon Forest. So forget Silicon Valley, all about Silicon Forest, where the job market is growing and booming and is lively. So you'll have all the resources you need, as well as the support that you need to be successful. So 97% job placement within 6 months for undergraduate students, 99% job placement for students graduating with our university.
Right. Okay, and another question is like lots of myth in the market, and maybe students are getting afraid. If I am giving Duolingo, then there will be a very good chance that my visa got rejected. Is it true?
Not at all. Duolingo is still widely accepted across the United States, with many universities still accepting it, still keeping it valid. So you can apply to Seattle University with your Duolingo score. Just make sure it's within 2 years of your application.
Yes, and also like what we have seen that is there any correlation between English language test and the visa interview?
So you want to make sure you're meeting your requirements. Of course, you want to make sure that you are prepared for entry-level requirements. So, of course, for us, 6.5 IELTS. And if you are at a situation where you're needing additional English support. Again, Seattle University has that for our students, but knowing that they can be still fully admitted to the major.
Wow. Last couple of questions. If you had a one chance to advise Indian parents, what would you say?
Seattle University means safety, opportunity, and comfort of having a strong community, all within reach.
What is a game-changing tips for US student visa interview?
A game-changing tip would include, being confident. I think that touches on what we've talked about earlier about maybe being a little shy, but confidence is key. So knowing exactly when you walk into that door that you know what you're going to study, you know what your goals are, your ambitions are, will be a great thing for you.
Recently, what we have seen in the newspaper as well in the different media that US is cutting down or maybe removing the 20 hours work permit on campus work permit. It's true.
That is a myth. Students with an F1 visa are permitted to work up to 20 hours per week during the regular academic session, and then up to 40 hours per week during any breaks in their studies. So
Wow.
that's not going anywhere. We're going to squash that myth right now.
Yes, yes. So I think this is the intention to do podcast. This is the intention to produce the content and share with the people, share with the parents and everyone that we are providing the genuine informations and also ethical guidance, which is directly coming from the university representative. So I think this platform is all about sharing the knowledge, sharing the ethical guidance and educating the more students and parents about the different university. Okay, last question I have about the research opportunity. What are the research opportunity available at the Seattle University?
So Seattle University offers summer programs in research for both undergraduate and graduate level students. So research opportunities are definitely there. Again, small class sizes with low student to faculty ratios, so it allows for students to be able to work with the faculty member. Of course, they can also take advantage of the Amazon Project Center, which allows for students to engage in a real world challenge and be able to present their topic to industry leaders and get that feedback. So not only is it giving them experience, it's something they can add to their resume and could ultimately lead to their job after graduation.
Wow, that's amazing answer. I think it's a great advice. Also, I would like to cover this topic as well. Lots of Indian female students are planning to study in USA. But their parents is always concerned about safety and security because female, they always have to concern like whether my daughter is safe in United States or not, whether my daughter is safe in Seattle University or not. What measure you are taking to ensure the safety of the woman on campus as well as the off campus? Can you please share with our parents and students?
Absolutely. This is definitely a question near and dear to my heart. Of course, we want to promote safety, and we have 24/7 escorts available, meaning 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, where students can request for an escort to walk them around campus, also around the surrounding blocks of campus. So being able to add that extra bit of confidence and security as they're walking and navigating around the community. Also knowing that we have emergency services available. Seattle is a great neighborhood. Crime rates are super down, especially for being a huge urban city. It is not New York. It is not San Francisco. Seattle has its own vibe, its own genuineness when it comes to safety. So rest assured, parents, your female daughters, they will be A-okay.
Now, what are you waiting for? Don't worry about anything, and if you like to apply to Seattle University, comment Seattle into chat box and we will provide you entire detail. And your daughter and your female, are you applying for Seattle University, you are in very safe hand because there is a less crime rate. I have already observed it. So I think that's a fantastic information. So this is the end of the podcast, and I must know that you got lots and lots of information about Seattle University. Now, if you want to know about Seattle University more, you like to talk to Emmy, and if you would like to talk to us, we are giving all the details into the comment box, also into the captions. You can contact us. We can able to help you. We can help you to apply to the Seattle University. We are the most ethical and trusted consultant in Gujarat, and we operate in entire India. And in this podcast, we have covered everything. If you're still confused and if you have still doubt, please reach out to us, and in the next podcast we will definitely cover that question for you. And which university you want to see on our podcast, also comment in the chat box. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for liking our content a lot. Thank you guys, thank you so much.